G'day guys, it's Kelvin from the Cartoon Company down under in New Zealand. Today I'm pressing an engine back into an LS400. So this has been a mammoth job. The vehicle came in for a bit of a tidy up. The customer gave me a bit of scope, which was really nice, and I got into it, and I found quite a serious oil leak on the front of the oil pump. The engine's come apart, and I've made a series of videos on lots of little aspects of this job. I'm now at the pointy end of the stick where I take the rest of the jigsaw, put it together, and put it back in the hole. So I'm kind of excited. I fired it up this morning. This car's over 425,000 Ks. I should actually remember the real Ks because it's higher than that. But the compression test this morning showed that the engine was all good. It had one tight tappet. One of the valve clearances was tighter than it should have been. It coincided with the cylinder that wasn't quite as healthy as the others, but it's back up to where it should be, so that's amazing. I've taken several kilos of dirt off the engine, removed EGR, rebuilt the wiring loom, new power steer pump, new alternator, new starter motor, intake seal, all the injector seals were done, cam belt, water pump tensioners, lots of new gaskets. Of course, those two O-rings on the main oil gallery at each end of the block. I missed the flex plate. It's torn to pieces. So I found another flex plate. So if you're interested in that, look at some of the other videos if you're just coming in now. But let's continue. Let's get this engine bolted up to a transmission, sitting on a cross member, and into the hole. I'm not sure I can find footage of what that looked like beforehand, but it was dirty. And this was filthy. Still may need to look at more leaks on that yet. And this, I'm sure I've got some footage of this one that I can find of what it looked like. So we'll throw that in, and it seems the motor fell out. Look how thick this thing is with oil. There's our oil leak in here from that oil pump. I'm not sure about this gearbox leak, but I think it's been coming from the back here, and it was disgusting. It was absolutely filthy. This is the one that I built one of the new front looms for, down through, that's all in Raychem. Water hoses replaced, down to the oil cooler. Even the basics like new leads and spark plugs, it's going to be lovely. And you can see the rebuilt loom. Let's pop around this side. Here we go. Loom all tidied up, ready to go. So let's get that attached to that. Check it out. Check out the gnarly bits there. Ooh, I missed it. I didn't miss it before it went in the hole. That is not a kickdown cable. It's a line pressure cable. I was going to do a rebuild video on this wiring loom here. It does the alternator and the power steer solenoid, oil level. But I've cheated and swapped in another one that was in much better order. So let's get this bolted to the cross member and bang an engine down on that. The jigsaw is going together. With that loom under the side there, we can plug in the oil level sensor and the alternator and put the alternator power supply on. We can even connect the power steering. So the main pressure line, it bolts on under here, onto the little brackets that when you do a conversion are a pain, so you cut them off. But on this though, they actually hold the power steering on it. Looking in here, this hose is hard as rock, so I'm going to change that one. And the one that was onto here was rock solid as well. So transmission cooler line. So I've got a little bit of work to do there. And then I'm actually going to take a break from assembling the engine and going to fix these problems. Because if I do this, you can see that it's all torn to pieces. So I'm going to change and fit new ones of those, prep the engine bay. Maybe I should have done a video on how to change the front bush on the diff. Customer supplied it, and I think we're going to order one of these tomorrow if I can. The top half. Oh, but let's push this in. This one is out. The diff is still in place. Yeah. Done. 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 Now, to put that bit in there. And there's no one around to help me. This is going to be interesting. Let's get into it.